Hey, this is Dave from ERC. Have you ever started an RC project and just never got it done? I know I'm guilty of it. Maybe you are too. What's up with that anyway?
Let's look at the Mini Talon for example. Whatever happened with that project? It's around here somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. I found it. It's under this pile of boxes, right here. So let's put it on the bench and take a look. So what really happened here? Why did I quit? Did I just move on to another project? Let me look at my video list and see what came after that. I see that time was when I got the Mavic Pro, and I think that event totally sidetracked me. The Mavic Pro is just such an amazing aircraft that I started doing videos on it out of excitement. I confess that I got allured by all the views I was getting because the Mavic was such a trending topic. Also, with a 4-mile range and 1080p live video, it made the Mavic the best FPV experience I ever had. I think I was also bothered with the thought of getting my fingers chopped off while launching a pusher like the Mini Talon. Also, the Mini Talon would never produce such stabilized high-def video as the Mavic. However, the Mini Talon is not the only project that I didn't finish. Do you remember the Drac? I remember I got that around the same time a couple years ago at Christmas. I did an announcement video showing the box and some of the parts, but then I never built it. I think again it was the thoughts of launching it myself and the high speeds and the noise involved with it. I couldn't really use it on the golf course behind my house or even at our small flying field. Maybe at the larger field up in Parisburg, but that is another issue with all the houses around there. At any rate, I went and sold it to a friend just a few weeks ago, and hopefully he will build it and do some build videos on it. Then there's the VAS Chimera Flying Wing from Stone Blue Airlines. I got the Chimera and glued it all together and painted, but that's as far as I went. Again, I was probably thinking, oh no, I've got to throw this thing over my head to launch it, and it's going to be one big hassle. Am I getting too old for this hobby? I don't know. The Chimera might be a good candidate for a twin tractor conversion like I did on the Volantix Ranger 2000 glider. So I'm just a quitter, never getting anything done, right? No follow-through. I don't think so because I spent weeks building the Polaris XL, which was a real complicated doozy that had just a bunch of flat foam pieces. You had to punch out and then build it out of these hundreds of pieces. I also spent a long time on the flight test Legacy Founders plane and even added FPV to it and a flight controller. So I can definitely handle a long project. I think it's just that I don't like to get the propeller from a pusher prop aircraft anywhere near my face or my fingers. Small pusher props like the Tech Sumo Wing or the Bixler glider are fine, but when I get into a larger aircraft or I have to throw it over my head or get someone else to toss it, then I'm a little reluctant. Another plane I didn't finish or even start really was the Zeta Science FX61, which you can see here still sitting in the box. I think what happened there was it was my first experience with building an FPV plane, and I was trying to decide between the Skywalker and the FX61. So I actually purchased both airframes and then made up my mind later. Turns out the Skywalker was the best beginner aircraft for FPV, so I went with that. Right now it's down here in this box on the floor, but it did get plenty of flights and probably will still fly in the future. The FX61 probably will stay in the box until someone else takes it off my hands. Another plane I didn't finish was the Hobby Zone Super Cub, which you can see here stuffed down in the caddy for the Twin Star. I never could get that thing to fly right with a flight controller, and I finally just gave up on it. But I did get several videos trying to fly it where it kept crashing. Underneath that, you can see the twin star, or maybe you can't see it, I don't know. The nose is just sticking out right here. The twin star flies great. It's still one of my favorite FPV planes. And I did get through that build series and flew it several times. The problem with having an RC YouTube channel is that you have to keep moving forward with new aircraft and new builds and new maiden flights, and sometimes the aircraft you like get left sitting around and not actually getting used. I have so much more testing I'd like to do on some of these. For example, the previous aircraft that I never really tested thoroughly. For example, I really need to do a proper FPV flight with the Volantix Ranger 2000 because I've had it up in the air many times and never actually put the goggles on. The same thing with the Legacy Founders plane. It's all fitted for FPV, and I've made some recordings where I have the video feed, but I never actually put the goggles on and did a true FPV flight. I have no problem at all with flying FPV. I just love it. Oh yeah, I still have this spec wing to build, and I have good intentions on that. It's a small, manageable pusher that shouldn't be hard to launch, and I'm looking forward to trying it FPV, even if it's just for fun and not racing. I hope to get it done soon, although the Christmas season is upon me again, and the snow has been falling. Chances are I'll probably get distracted again with all the festivities, but that's the way it goes. Sorry YouTube, this is my life and my true confessions. But I want to thank all my YouTube friends for their support, and we'll see you all next time, because I just can't give up this great hobby. It's so wonderful, and I know we all enjoy it. Oh, and happy holidays too.